Hello. Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
After examining the course syllabus carefully, I knew that the topic I chose would be something that I continued to work on all semester. From previous experience, it's always more fun and intellectually stimulating to research a topic that you're very excited to learn about and passionate about. Parrots, our local parrot shelter, and conservation are all things that are very important to me.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action. Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Our group speech was persuading people to come and check out our local shelter. Towards the end, we asked them to come up and get business cards that we brought and take home or give to a friend. Ultimately, we wanted them to come and volunteer with us. We also told them that if they knew they weren't going to volunteer or come check out the shelter, that if they could at least spread the word that there is a parrot shelter in the Fargo-Moorhead community, that would help us immensely as well even.
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
That's a really good question. I think that they would say I was very attentive to all the details involved in the project at hand. They saw that I planned ahead and actually wanted to accomplish something out of what some people might just consider another project. I think they were partly impressed too because I had an actual community issue that impacted me in some way. I was very excited to share with the class that it was actually a real thing. I feel like sometimes everything we write about and read about and research about at university isn't something that's very tangible and that we can help change in a lot of ways. But this was.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
There were lots of things, but I think one of the most difficult things for me was being put in a group and knowing that I would need to rely on one of them to do work that would impact my grade. I worried a lot if they would follow through. During the project, I did have a feeling from the beginning that one of my group members might not put in as much effort as they were supposed to. Trusting my gut, the day before, I did do most of the work myself just in case because he still hadn't done it. And it was a good thing that I trusted my gut instinct because he did come unprepared to our speech that day then.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Com 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
There really are a lot of things I've learned in this class, and it was a class I was really afraid to take, so it's interesting that I am taking a lot of things away from it, and I don't know why I was so afraid to take it. But according to the syllabus on page 7 of our workbook, one of the learning outcomes for this class was to integrate knowledge and ideas in a coherent and meaningful manner. So to me, I feel like this is one of the skills that I gained that is the most important for my toolbox to take with me in my career. I was really nervous having to speak in front of classes and groups, and I would always lose my place. After continually completing outlines and learning to stick with them, kind of like a guidepost, not so much a script, and speaking more impromptu, I feel I do have a general framework for keeping that set up in my mind and remembering that I should usually use an introduction, a conclusion, and a body more purposefully without it not staying in the context of the social situation at hand that I would be talking in. That's helped me a lot.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
That's all you want.
We'll probably be in touch with you in the next few weeks or so.
Okay.
Take care.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And if you have any other questions, you can just let me know on email or feel free to give my cell a call. Thanks so much for taking this time to interview with me. Bye.